Hey everybody, it's Dean DaCosta, the Search Authority, and today we're going to go through tab 3, domain email. This is when people own their own domain, and in this case, we're looking at calebcurry.com, which is a legit one. As you can see, the permutations are simple. The beginning part of it's going to be email, contact me, info, inquiry, first name, last name together, first name dot last name, and sales. Those are the most common. Over 95% of the people that own their own domain, it's going to be one of those. So the idea here is we create them and then we copy them. We have to validate them. Well, in this case, normally I use the domain one, but which is this one here. But we're going to use a different one because you have to have backups. You never know. And this particular one is leopath.u.com verified email. As you can see, I've already stuck them in here, and I got my results. So it's telling me that there's 5 of the 10 I put in there that just aren't good. Just not. There's one that's invalid. There's another there's one that's totally syntax invalid, and then there are 5 that look good. So of these, as you can see, I right clicked on them, and what happens is it creates another Excel spreadsheet, opens it up, and there are the ones that it says are good to go. So what we do now is the same principle as we did before. We copy each one and we check them out until we find the one that validates it. Now this is one of the reasons why I don't use this one as often, and it's because, well, I can't really, you see what I'm saying here? I can't see them here. I have to download it, and I'm not a big fan of downloading the stuff, but we had to do what we had to do. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to copy all of these because these are all supposedly good. We're going to we're going to go back in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up something called EditPad. And the reason why I'm opening EditPad is just so I can stick all of them in there and have a place where they're all at. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just start looking at each one. So see, I can highlight each one, right click. I got all the toys I normally like to play with to try to validate them, including the search for Google. So we're going to search for Google. Contact me at Caleb Curry, contact me, done. Verified. Done over. So that's one of the ones that verifies. Now, you'll notice in this field that the email qualifier and all these others don't work, and that's because you copy and paste it in. That's why they're not working, which is one of the reasons why I really don't, I'm not, which is one of the reasons why this is my backup major search, not my primary. And that's just because, quite frankly, it makes it harder. Whereas here, it's not as hard. If I go ahead and reload the page, one would think it would read, but the problem is it all disappears. So it really just doesn't read. So this one isn't as easy to do it with. But this is the way to do it. I just validate. I can use all my other tools. And again, I still have my simple email reputation I can use. I have different ways to do it. So this is not a bad idea if you want to do this. Now, there are other tools you can use to validate your emails, and you can go through them one by one, but most of them are one at a time, and in there lies part of the problem. It's a pain in the butt doing them one at a time. So if I pick this one, which is Veriphilia, and I grab the first one, copy. See, you can only do one at a time, and now I have to validate, and I'm on a robot, and blah, 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 and all the stuff that goes with it, validate, and it's going to go through its thing. We already know it's good, so it really doesn't matter. Validation. I much prefer doing them in mass because it's just quicker. It's just quicker. And so this one does allow you to do them in mass, but you're going to have to download your results and then figure it all out from there, which I guess depending on your view isn't too bad. I mean, you can then upload them into Swordfish in mass and let it pick out the right one. You can do the same thing in Zap Info, or you can just do what I did and just move them over here and go one by one by one by one. So that takes care of that, and that is basically how we do the tab 3, the domain emails for the email permutator. My name is Dean DaCosta, the Search Authority. May the source be with you.